Have you lost your confidence? Maybe you used to walk into a room and feel unstoppable. You spoke your mind without hesitation, you took risks, and you believed in yourself. But now, you hesitate. You second guess. You wonder if you'll ever get that fire back. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're simply human, and the good news is, confidence isn't gone forever. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most fearless and unapologetic thinkers in history, believed confidence isn't something you're born with or something life randomly gives you. It's something you forge through struggle, through courage, and through daring to stand apart from the crowd. And today we're going to explore Nietzsche's blueprint for rebuilding unshakable self-belief. It's not easy, but if you're willing to listen and act, you'll see that the version of you with confidence, the one you thought you lost, might just be waiting to rise again. Confidence in the modern world is under attack. Social media constantly reminds you of what you don't have. At work or school, one mistake can overshadow all your wins. Even in relationships, you can feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to be fully yourself. And in moments like this, it is tempting to believe confidence is some personality trait you either have or don't have. But Nietzsche would shake his head. He believed that's the thinking of the herd, the masses who follow the crowd. Never questioning, never daring, never truly living. If you've lost your confidence, Nietzsche would say, good, because now you have the chance to stop living by their script and start writing your own. Nietzsche's philosophy is often misunderstood. People think he preached arrogance or superiority, but at the heart of his message was something much deeper. Confidence comes not from avoiding fear, but from transforming it. Not from seeking approval, but from daring to live authentically. His challenge to humanity was this: become who you are. In other words, stop waiting for permission. Stop trying to live up to someone else's idea of success. True confidence comes when you stop pretending and start becoming. You've heard the quote, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." That's Nietzsche. But here's the deeper meaning. Struggle doesn't automatically make you stronger. You must choose to use it. Think about it. A weightlifter doesn't grow stronger by staring at weights. It's the resistance, the pain, that builds strength. In the same way, life's challenges are weights placed in front of you. Lost your job? That's resistance. Got rejected? Resistance. Failed at something you cared about? Resistance. Most people avoid these struggles. They play it safe, stay in their comfort zones, and wonder why their confidence withers away. Nietzsche would say, step into the struggle. Because every time you face it head-on, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than you think. Confidence isn't about never falling. It's about rising each time you do. And the scars you collect along the way, those are proof that you survived and grew. One of the biggest killers of confidence is the obsession with what other people think. Nietzsche despised this. He called it living like the herd, safe, ordinary, and forgettable. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you care too much about being liked, you'll never be respected. If you need constant approval, you'll never feel free. Nietzsche himself was ridiculed. His books were ignored, his peers dismissed him, and his health left him isolated. But instead of shrinking, he doubled down. He kept writing, kept creating, kept speaking truths others were too afraid to say. That's confidence. Not the absence of fear, but the courage to move forward even when everyone else is against you. So ask yourself this: how much of your life is shaped by other people's opinions? What would you do differently if you stopped living for their approval? Because the moment you answer that honestly and act on it, you'll begin to experience freedom. And freedom is the foundation of confidence. Nietzsche's most famous idea is the will to power. He believed every human being has an inner drive, not just to survive, but to rise, expand, and create. It's the force that pushes a child to learn, an artist to create, or a leader to step forward in the face of fear. For Nietzsche, confidence is the expression of this will. But here's the secret. It doesn't grow by chance. You must train it. Every time you choose growth over comfort, every time you silence the voice of fear and take action, you strengthen your will to power. And the stronger it becomes, the less fragile your confidence feels. It's no longer about pretending you're brave. It's about knowing deep in your bones that you can face life head on. Nietzsche's ultimate challenge was simple but terrifying. Become who you are. Most people never do. They follow trends, copy others, chase approval, and call it a life. But deep down, they know it's a mask. Confidence isn't about fitting in. It's about alignment. It's about making your actions match your deepest values. It's asking yourself, if I lived fully as myself, unapologetically, what would my life look like? And then, step by step, living into that answer. When you do, something powerful happens. Rejection doesn't scare you because you're no longer pretending. Failure doesn't destroy you because it doesn't define you. And criticism, it loses its power because you're not playing their game anymore. So if you've lost your confidence, remember Nietzsche's challenge. Embrace your struggles, silence the herd, awaken your will to power, and above all, become who you are. Confidence isn't lost forever. It's waiting inside you, buried under fear. But fear is no match for courage practiced daily. If Nietzsche's words spoke to you, subscribe for more. And remember, confidence isn't given, it's forged. The only question is, will you forge yours? Thank you for watching. This is Vox Says, and I'll see you in the next video.